Field in Seattle. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. And the Seattle Seahawks taking on Justin Herbert and the Detroit Lions.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the Seattle Seahawks. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go from Seattle. Fields it right around the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
They're going to start to drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Rodgers going to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Rodgers. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trait in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll give it to Patterson as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Next, receivers don't spread the defense out. They were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, Patterson. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard of the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patterson. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Rodgers. This one left side caught by Patterson. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Here's Rodgers to throw. Another completion right back to Patterson. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
They'll look to run with Hall. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when there are bodies on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
Herbert on first down now. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. But that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a little relaxed and feel like, hey, we're in good shape now, having 7 in hand. Maybe they just thought, let's take the shot at them right now. Instead, it went against them.
Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Touchdown! David Njoku from 6 yards away. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it. So a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do.
You're worried about your hands, though.
Yeah.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position and only one play to score it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. On the jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Herbert. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
On second down, it's Cook again. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Herbert now. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Cook. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They can probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
Second down and goal. Herbert. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Davante Adams. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions have cut it back within a score. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Coming up on 2nd and 7. On play action, it's Rodgers. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Rodgers now on first down. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10, right at the 40. Now Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Patterson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Patterson running between the tackles. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, second down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it. That's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
On second and 7, Rodgers being chased out left. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. First and goal. Patterson is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on second and third down here.
Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run with Patterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there. And it's third down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available. And they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
So here we go on a third and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. To throw is Rodgers. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Justin Jefferson from 3 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
They start the drive with Cook. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
They'd love to just string back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 27, Herbert. Buying time to his left. And his throw is incomplete.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Aaron Rodgers in the offense heading back out. He's thrown touchdown passes on his last 2 drives as he begins here, 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The Seahawks on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Rodgers now to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And Detroit getting set to go now.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Here's Herbert. It's caught here by Adams. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll run it. Here's Cook.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. What a play there by Fletcher Cox to get in and knock him down behind the line.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They run it again with Cook.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Play action. It's Herbert.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
1st and 10, Herbert. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Cortland Sutton from 21 yards away. And the Lions are back within a score. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him. Let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch. And he loves that. And he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point now by Boswell. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And out now come the Seahawks. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Patterson to start the drive. And he'll get this to the 32. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On first down, Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And again, it's Rodgers. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo.
From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The final shot before the break for Herbert. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kobe Bryant.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Back and forth, we win in that first half. This has certainly been an entertaining one to watch thus far. So let's get right back out to it as we'll rejoin our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Give all that credit defensively to Khalil Mack. A great stop in the backfield.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Back to throw here, Herbert. Finding Sutton on the out route, who makes the catch.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one as a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. 3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Here's Herbert. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Looking to throw. Herbert, pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route. They'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 1st down, Justin Herbert steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Herbert on the slant completes to Sutton. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Herbert's throw taken in by Sutton.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He hits Adams complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards down to the 13.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Herbert operating from the red zone. They'll roll him out right.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Partner, Gardner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
On second down, Cook. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would have moved the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now, this red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's third down.
And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Boswell's kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
50 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here on first down, going back to Patterson.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Rodgers going to throw.
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Forced out to his left. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Charles. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
3rd and short, and they decided not to run for it, and he's able to escape the pressure, finds a clear throwing lane outside the pocket, gets the completion, and picks up the first down.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They'll go again with Patterson. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the MFFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a 2-score game. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. from the shotgun. Here's Herbert. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. And here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, Patterson. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they're spotted at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 78 yards rushing now as he's done it on 22 carries.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Patterson on the draw. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing now is Rodgers. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jerry Jeudy, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Coup now for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run from Jerry Jeudy. Kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Herbert now. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Dancing to his left. And he can't find the receiver, and he's brought down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
The one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now it's Herbert. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion, Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Herbert. The slant connects with Devontae Adams. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Dalvin Cook, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Boswell for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and tell him to go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Patterson running between the tackles. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's Patterson again. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run with Patterson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. A handoff for Patterson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw is Rodgers. Got a man, it's Judy complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So the victory here for Seattle. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.